Use the force.
Insulation chamber.
Up to the freezer.
Button mashing, button mashing, button mashing, button mashing, button mashing, button mashing.
Defensive mode engaged. Cleanup sequence initiated. Ultimatum protocol.
Adaptive approach.
Merciless. Paradigm shift.
Didn't you murder me? No. Ugh. They aren't what I need. Is the issue.
Use the force.
Yeet.
Up to the freezer. Extinguish.
I need to activate that later.
Defensive mode engaged.
Adaptive approach.
Preparing
Can't
for
activate
jump
it
shot.
yet.
Insulation chamber.
Goose on the loose.
Okay, that's
The never straw goes out.
hindered him. I know I'm not going to be able to, but I keep trying to beat my 43-second record. Why couldn't one of those be freaking... I mean, Elemental Mastery is good, but I needed Elemental Recharge too. Okay, now you're just taunting me. And I already have... Ooh. I need to look at the... Sorry. I need to look at this one. Because I made a pocket watch like that. For I know. I need to get out of here first. Alright. I'll continue Dog Cry. But first I want to see something. Okay, so Aino's watch artifact currently has 51, 42 with defense, HP, and attack. This one's arguably better. Oh, right, because it restarts itself. That one's like, this one's like loads better. Especially if I can get all of it into elemental mastery. Ooh. Okay, so this one has an elemental mastery of 50. Where is it? This one's elemental mastery of 58. Where's the one she has equipped? 42. 51.8, 51.8. No, this is straight up a trade up. Okay, I got something out of it. Hi, Jude. I'm getting boned by the feathers. I've got two that quite literally give me perfect crit rate and crit damage, but she doesn't need that. She needs the elemental mastery and the damn elemental recharge. This one has elemental recharge. That one has elemental mastery. That one has mastery. It's so infuriating. This one's supposed to be... This one... Okay, so the cups are supposed to be mastery. And I haven't gotten a single one of those yet. Everything else is relatively good on her. That's not what I wanted. Anyways, let us continue. Thanks to my little shenanigans. Oh, I should complete that now. Because I can't craft the artifacts yet. Hang on, I'm going to move the... I don't have my headphones on properly. They're kind of behind my head right now. And because I don't want to wear them.
The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
Where am I going? I mean, on the plus side, the watch is a trade up 100%.
All right, we're here. I don't see Crumbclank anywhere. Did you lie to me again, dumpster diver? Have some patience and hear the professional out. Now, I know style is super unique. When one of her creations shows up for sale, you can be sure that people will know who it belongs to.
Jade, does crit rate affect
You might look like
alts
an
and
easy
stuff, or is it
target,
just strictly
but
the attacks?
Everyone knows you've got me and my boss behind you. Point is, there's not a single person in Nodcry who'd steal one of your bots and go sell it on the regular black market. Not an above-board one anyway, but in a legal black market like this.
Wait,
That's
hang
another
on.
matter.
Did she just say an above-board black market versus an illegal black market? That hurts my brain. And it affects all of it. Okay, then... Oh, I guess that includes elemental mastery stuff like reactions too. Although, would that mean...
Wait, but aren't
So I wonder
all
whose
black markets
stats are
illegal?
taken into account when
Maybe.
a reaction
But that doesn't
happens.
mean there aren't any rules.
Is it the person who
My
deals
boss
the
sets
damage
them,
next?
And there are people who follow them.
Or
and
is it
people
take
who
both
don't.
into account?
And
Or does it
that
take
market
whoever's
over
higher?
there, yeah, that's where the rule breakers go to make deals.
Okay, so maybe I
And
should be
based on the
focusing on a crit
intel I
rate too then.
have, this market deals almost exclusively in
Oh,
mechanical
it takes both into account?
constructs.
That's terrifying.
Ring any bells?
Oh no, that's terrifying. Because her weapon increases elemental mastery of everybody. Oh god. Oh, that's so
A
scary.
market like this is operating in secret. There's no chance it runs every day.
And for everybody watching, my I know has now got about 200%. Oh, well, almost 200% recharge rate.
We have to wait 2 days? That's nothing. Even if your bot's on its last legs, 2 days ain't gonna change much. Now you listen up. Crumbclank belongs to my workshop. I'm the boss, and no bot of mine is getting hurt on my watch. Sheesh, this kid's got a temper. Maybe I should apologize.
They really went... This is why my
No,
blood
wait.
team hurts so
I'm
badly.
not about to be intimidated
Blood
by
team?
some little squirt.
Bloom team. You mean Bloom team. Got it.
Whoa, where did that come from? It's all right. I mean, it's understandable. The kid built up the Clink Clank Krumkake craft shop all on her own. And she has more interactions with robots than people most days. I'm sure, for her, these bots are everything. Yeah, I know that, but that's the only lead I can give you right now. I know. Yehoda's just trying to help. You know that, right? At least think about it. Oh, fine. If we have to wait, then we'll wait.
Poor Rhino.
Get it together, I know. You're the boss. You need to keep your cool. Well, that took some convincing. Alright then, let's meet here in 2 days.
So then I should be focusing on getting... Well, once he comes out, I should be focusing on getting... what's his name? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do these off camera. Because, well, I'll save them for now. I wanted to get that out of the way so that I could continue the story. Disable the focus mode, please. Thank you. I'm feeling the effects of not having Shiloh on my team right now. I can't skate everywhere I want.
Friendly approach detected. We meet again.
Listen! Listen! We've got updates on the wild hunt situation.
So when Flynn's comes out, focus on his elemental mastery as well,
Threat
because
level.
he's going to he's probably going to be proccing the
expectations.
reactions a lot.
Really? Doesn't matter if he's the Rahira Solnari or Solari or whatever. One volley from my cannon, and he'll be blown to smithereens. You were there when we fired it, right?
I think the reason I'm having a harder time with
Kind of
Ino than the
firepower
other
that
characters
helps
is
you
because
sleep at night.
Inos are
I
so
don't know what is.
specifically
True, but the
elemental
cannon only works
elemental
against
mastery and
shambling
elemental
monsters, right?
recharge,
What if Ruru's
with
super
crit rate
fast?
and crit damage mixed
Well,
in.
we'll just get enough to go grab him and tie him down. You're not taking this seriously at all, are you? Anyways, firepower is not a concern. See those canisters over there? That's all concentrated Kuvaki, which we'll be shipping to Nasha Town.
Oh,
More than enough ammo in there to blast that Fatui research facility to bits in a single shot.
oh, she just has that.
Sure have been looking forward to this battle, huh? Of course.
Why does this child
is
have
gonna be
literal
the shot
nukes?
that shocks the world. All of Nogcry, heck, all of Snezhnaya will know my name once we're through. Sure, travel safe.
I know. There remains intel left unshared.
Oh, right. Yeah. Since you're investigating the wild hunt, something pretty weird's happened in Nasha Town. Should probably watch out for that once you're back. Remember that Sosi guy? The Ratnik in charge of
Okay.
firing the cannon? He's been found dead in their organization's offices. Wait, what? Didn't we just see him, like, half a day ago? Yeah, it's still new news. So, not many people are in the know. We were only informed because we'd worked together closely. And even then, only just now. I'll send Anafa over to Nashi Town with some flowers later.
That sucks.
Oh, he seemed like a good guy. Didn't put on any airs despite being a superior officer either.
The data concurs. This gentleman appears to have been one of the most accomplished amongst the Lightkeeper's sergeant majors. His character has also received commendation. Most would have lacked the motivation to fatally attack him.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
Give me a minute. I want to go get a paper towel. Okay, we're good. I have a... It's a bit hot in my house, so I have a bit of condensation issue going on. And the soda can I just opened is just covered in moisture. And unfortunately, I have dogs too, so everything's covered in dog hair.
Hey!
I can't even hear myself.
What do you
think.
mean,
Holy crap.
actually? Either way, I'm not clued in on the details. Only Ratniki have been allowed on site to investigate the scene. You'll have to find some way in if you want to check it out for yourselves.
Have fun.
Got it. Let's go then. You coming along, Inefa?
My tasks are incomplete. The last few batches of ammunition must be randomly inspected. You go ahead.
Alright. We'll see you later.
Randomly, eh? So, are we gonna get an instance where, like, it seems like Flynn's is a bad guy, considering they keep on wanting to build him up as such? I wish that emote wasn't so... I wish the emotes on Twitch weren't so small so I could actually see what they are. But it turns out, like, Flynn's isn't the bad guy, it's just, like, there's some errors being put on here. Or not errors, but, like, a red herring.
This must be it. Oh. Doesn't look like there's any chance of us getting in with that Ratnik guarding the door, though.
Why does that sound like an
Speak to the
insult?
guard first?
Why does Ratnik sound like an
Might as well
insult?
try squeezing blood from a stone.
Never! When did you...
I came over to take a look as soon as I received the news just now. Ino told you about this then?
Ratnik is just what they're called. I know, but it sounds like an insult.
Before we start, shall we see if we've made the same guess?
I think it's because it is 2 syllables, each made with 3 letters, and both are so short and sharp sounding. So, like, Nefer is the same way, except it's like 2 and a 3 syllable. Nefer is the same way, but it feels softer than Ratnik. So I think, like, the fact that the two ending parts of the syllables being so sharp is what's making it sound like an insult.
Indeed. Quicker than we thought as well. Keep your eyes peeled for any clues once we get in. No need to jump to conclusions.
But how are we supposed
Nefer
to
is
get
short
in at
for
all?
Nefertiti. I mean, I kind of figured that.
Just follow me.
But still, like, it's a softer sound to it. Like
I'm sorry, but we're not open to guests right now.
Zvani.
Sorry about that. They're here to investigate.
All of them?
What? Who are you?
Paperwork checks out.
All right then. Enter.
I'm very lost now. What strings did Nefer pull? What? Where did that guy come from? Oh, he did.
Whew. Paimon might have said this before, Nefer, but you sure do come prepared.
How many times have they shown us a dead body on Genshin?
Shishich, my old friend. Fill us in, if you would.
Greetings. If you would allow me. The murder happened not long ago. The Sergeant Major was killed by a single piercing strike from a polearm. We have performed a preliminary sweep of the crime scene to facilitate investigation. No obvious signs of a violent struggle. No damaged doors or windows. The culprit must have used some other means to enter the room unopposed before performing the deed.
Entering unopposed. So, do you think there's a chance that the culprit would usually have right of entry?
It could have been rarer in disguise. Like how he turned into Lumine. Rarer.
At the moment, the most valuable lead we have is based on an eyewitness report from a nearby resident. Specifically, that Flint's was seen entering and leaving this place in the time period when the crime most likely occurred. We have tried to contact him, but he has not replied.
Okay, so here's what my theory is. And I could be wrong, but it's playing out in a very similar trope to something I'm very used to. Game builds Flynn's up to be the bad guy. Turns out Flynn's isn't the bad guy. He's just an awkward dude that doesn't know how to actually properly social interact with people. And it's just like a lot of poor, wrong place, wrong time. Nah, Flynn's is the bad guy. Okay.
Very odd indeed.
So, he's the prime suspect right now, right?
I don't know if I believe you. I don't know if I believe you.
To be honest, I'm not particularly inclined to believe that this was an inside job. Flint's can come across a bit eccentric, but he does well in missions on the whole. He also had no
But also, I
disagreements
don't
with the
know if I
Sergeant
don't
Major
believe
that
you.
we know of. So he lacks the motive to commit such a terrible crime. But neither the eyewitness report nor the nature of the fatal wound itself are in his favor. So we are looking for him at present.
Looks like there's not much else to dig up here. Let's go outside and discuss what we've seen.
What is glowing?
So, the evidence points to Flint's, and he just so happens to have disappeared without a trace. A sticky situation indeed. We know that this Flint's could have been Rerir in disguise, but we lack the evidence to prove this to anyone else. Furthermore, Flint's has left us with many questions, all of which
Get
will
wrecked,
require
bot.
a reasonable explanation.
Yeah, he said he would report back to headquarters, but it seems he hasn't gone at all. What could he be doing?
First time I met Flames, I did notice something odd about his lantern, some power concealed within it. I think about it, the power was somewhat similar to abyssal energies I've encountered before.
Let's approach the issue this way. First, we must determine our culprit. Was it Flint's or Rerir in disguise?
Yeah. What reason would Flint's have to murder Sosie anyway?
None, as far as I know. And even if he had a motive, it would have been easier to do so out in the wild, rather than in Nasha Town.
Yeah, they would have often gone out on missions together. Plenty of chances there.
Yes, but there's one thing worth noting here. Remember the intel we got back at the tavern? No one has ever seen a phantom that can take the form of other humans within the Wild Hunt. This means that he has been hesitant to abuse this ability, or allow it to become common knowledge, likely so that he could act in secret under other guises.
But no matter what, borrowing identities comes with risks, right? What if you bump into the person you're imitating along the way?
I'm thinking at the moment, that's why I'm quiet.
In other words, his goal must have been worth the risk, similar to how he came in disguise to obtain the moon marrow. He likely knew then that the real Flints would not appear and get in his way during this time. We'd have to ask Flints ourselves, I'm afraid. But we shouldn't jump to any conclusions here. We can't discount the possibility that he might actually be the murderer himself. Not yet, at least. And there are other, less likely scenarios. For instance, Rerir may have already killed Flints long ago, and been living as him for some time now.
See, here's my biggest issue with this entire thing. As far as I'm aware, we have not been able to play as a quote-unquote villain or antagonist of any of the story. The game has done very well to give each and every character we play as a reasoning behind what they're doing. And while, yes, technically Child is an antagonist of Leeway, he's not an overarching antagonist. I'm actively trying to think of any character that could technically be considered an antagonist that we could play as. Because in Zenless Zone Zero, they have Mockingbird, who is definitely an antagonist in one of the arcs. But I haven't been able to unlock him or play any of his story. So I have no idea if he has redeeming qualities.
Yes.
That's why I'm hesitant to
is
say
our
that it's
ticket
Flint's.
to a breakthrough.
Then we've got to find him before the Lightkeepers do, or we might never see him again.
Steady now. Our friend should be back soon.
We've tracked him down to a beach north of Nasha Town. The Wild Hunt is present too, so we're putting a force together. I'll have you know that this is top secret information I'm leaking here.
Don't worry. You'll receive a top-class reward in return. The beach is all yours. I'll stay and slow the Lightkeepers down. Things might go south if you bump into one another.
Oh, right. Before we go, should we reveal Rarier's secret? Since he's trying to keep it all hush-hush, why don't we just pull the curtains on his little trick? That'll teach him to sneak around pretending to be other people. Hey, why are you laughing?
Oh, I was just imagining how satisfying that would feel. But I'm afraid this revelation would only stir up more chaos. Setting aside the matter of evidence, some may trust Flint's on our account, whereas others would suspect him on account of his behavior. Tossing him into a swirling tumult of public opinion like that might just give Rarier more opportunities to capitalize on. And think about it. Once people learn that he can masquerade as those they trust, would they continue to welcome friends into their homes with such open hearts?
She has a
Unease
point.
grips the hearts of those in Nasha Town already. We should avoid throwing more fuel onto the fire.
Yeah, you're right. You've really thought of everything, huh? Nothing for it, then. We've just gotta find Flint's.
Indeed. But just in case, let me stress once more. We should neither be excessively afraid of Rarier, nor trust in Flint's too lightly.
Do we have time for this?
This light source is of special Lightkeeper design. It provides illumination within Wild Hunt anomalies, and can briefly dispel the abyssal fog within.
Oh, right. We'll have to deal with that mess, too. Yeah, this'll be important. Thanks a bunch, Nefer.
You're welcome. I've charged it to your account, by the way.
Hey, you!
What'd you expect? Also, we have an account. That's a beach. Last I checked, beaches aren't surrounded by cliffs. Sure, they have cliffs on a couple of sides, but not surrounded. This isn't old. What a weird movie. M. Night is so weird.
Is that a Lightkeeper's lantern? Is there someone up ahead? Come on!
The pinnacle of excellence! Off to the breed! Cleanup sequence.
I really need to get the timing down.
Annihilation mode.
A little floating tray of
This
food.
monster was lurking near the lamp. That must have been a planned ambush. We're not falling for that again. There's something inside it. Some small device. Huh? Why isn't it giving off light anymore? Is it broken? Oh, we better take it with us.
Why? Why are we picking up this thing that is possibly a trap? What? Why?
The fight took place here. Did Flint leave these marks?
I mean, they are electro, aren't they? Actually, they kind of look like abyssal. With electro, like abyssal electro almost.
Is someone there? Please, help me!
Isn't that Flint's voice? Did you hear that? But is that really him?
It could be. Oh, it's these things.
We'll be in trouble if these spooky shadows touch us. Quick, use... lantern!
Oh, it's got a timer. Bam! Blinded by the light. Oh no, they're after me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Blind! Oh my goodness. There's just too many. I'm not gonna be able to shine my light on all of them. Blinded! Oh boy. I shouldn't be joking around. That's actually kind of dangerous. Okay, I got a three-piece there. Oh, hi guys. Light. Okay, that's unfun. Oh, I get my health back. Fantastic. Oh, by the way, I don't think there's going to be a stream on Sunday. I have... Okay. Ow.
Hand it over. That was mine from the first. You're a fool. You again.
That almost sounds Gaelic. It's... So that's rarer for real.
What the? It's stronger than before. Lantern now!
Great choreography. Get stabbed. Oh yeah, we can purify abyssal stuff. Jeez, Flins!
It escaped again. This situation speaks for itself, I presume.
So, you were tangling with Rarer out here all by yourself.
So, that vile phantom hiding inside the Wild Hunt has a name of his own.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Sorry you had to see me like this. All the same, you have my sincere thanks for your aid.
So that lantern was Rarer's.
To think you had the power to so easily cleanse the filth staining the lantern, which tormented me so. Might I ask what magic that was? Or whose pupil you are? I believe I might have saved some face had I mastered just a fraction of such abilities.
I just do it.
And an enviable constitution it is. A pity that such abilities cannot be acquired.
Why did abyssal power just burst out of your lantern anyway?
That is a long story. Many moons ago, when on Wild Hunt clearance duty, I shattered one of its cores only for a special crystalline object to fall out. I sensed a power surging within it that was at once familiar yet strangely illusory. I freely confess to being an avid collector of ancient gems, coins, and other curios. and curiosity it was that had me store this crystal inside my lantern. Afterwards, I wound up
explains the abyssal
collecting a
energy.
few more such crystals quite by accident, and discovered that they could merge into a single piece without my prompting. Though my understanding ends there. It was only recently that they began slowly emitting abyssal energy, which could neither be dispelled nor weakened.
Is that what rarer claimed belonged to him? That must be what he's after then.
I concur. And here's the kicker. Before he was exceedingly weak. In fact, I've already beaten him several times, though I could not destroy him completely.
Oh.
But I noticed while engaging him that the crystal fragment would restrict my powers. As such, it occurred to me that I should hide it rather than tangle with him any longer. Alas, he has proved most fixated upon this fragment. And for some reason, his strength has grown by leaps and bounds since I last encountered him. And where, might I ask, would it be safe? Or do you think it wiser I threw it away? Were our places switched, would you discard it, knowing that its perilous might was beyond your ability to counteract, yet capable of causing greater harm should it lie beyond your grasp?
Are we still sure Flint is a bad guy?
Yeah. Throwing it away would mean giving the bad guy what he wants. But exposing yourself to its corrosion and growing weaker by the day, that sounds super dangerous too.
Only those who shoulder risks are qualified to welcome in the turning of the tide. Those who flee when troubles come are nothing more than deserters. Though I shan't deny
Okay, that was a
I have
really
your
cool water
fortuitous
droplet right
arrival
there.
And most outstanding assistance to thank for my continued ability to speak such platitudes. Either way,
He
it
really
seems this
uses
fragment is
flowery
now
language, doesn't
utterly
he?
Still. That must have made it useless to rear. I doubt he would have retreated so
Nah, he bad.
readily otherwise. I imagine this wasn't the only reason you came looking for me, though.
Well, no, but
Ah. I see. To use the Lightkeepers to find me, I suspect. I did not
Well,
inform
when you
anyone
realize
of
what he
my
is,
true
it makes sense.
whereabouts,
I mean, is
so
he like...
he should have had more difficulty tracking me down.
Is he a fragment of Rarer? Because they did look kind of similar in that fight.
They alone have the ability to quickly pinpoint my position. Our Sergeant Major has a Kuvaki-powered device that can be used to detect others who bear a lantern.
No.
They usually don't pay my whereabouts much mind unless they absolutely must find me.
you mean this thing?
Yes. Where did you pick this up?
We found it inside a lantern when we first charged into the Wild Hunt anomaly.
It must belong to a Ratnik dispatched to investigate the area, who, it seems, dropped everything and fled the moment they saw the Wild Hunt massing to strike. Well, at least they're not dead.
Guess it's not surprising how they found you so fast then. But if Rarer could have shapeshifted into Sosi, why didn't he just use that Kavaki device to find you himself?
Were he to use it, that device would likely fail to act as it should, owing to abyssal interference.
Ah, guess that explains it.
So not only is this Rarir ruthless, but a purveyor of dirty tricks, too.
I'm running through scenarios in my mind, and I'm definitely struggling to figure out what the... He's not Conrian, so technically speaking, he wouldn't be one of the Abyss Mages.
You might not be familiar with Sergeant Major Sosi, but he put his heart and soul into every mission. Our deployments are subject to orders from headquarters, and his orders were to be stationed long-term in Nasha Town. As such, he was very seldom able to go back and visit his family. He worked so hard, seeking to produce excellent results that might convince them to transfer him out.
Oh,
But every year they would say, wait a little longer. Wait a little longer. He often wondered
Is he
if
an
it was
anti-hero?
because he was lacking somehow. In truth, everyone had nothing but the highest praise for him. But good work does not always lead to good outcomes. The higher-ups would think, he's doing great where he is. Let him stay there forever.
Because this
A most convenient choice for them, at least.
this dialogue is definitely giving me anti-hero vibes.
Whereas his subordinates would think, wouldn't it be a shame if we were to lose such a talented, easygoing boss? So he waited. And he waited. Until the world closed its eyes in the depths of the night, and a lantern was slowly lit for him alone, that no one could see. One that has played out many times throughout history. Another reason to take this Rerere's head.
Oh. Well, at least we now know that he's looking for these fragments inside Wild Hunt anomalies.
And yet, what did the Sergeant Major have to do with any of this? Why did he have to die?
Could Rarer be angry that the cannon Sosi set up to fire destroyed the fragments he wanted to collect?
Could you take me to the scene of the crime? We shall just have to exercise some discretion then. Come on. Let us be on our way.
I'm genuinely struggling to see how he would be a bad guy. Like, it's genuinely painful how much I'm trying to figure this out.
Add Astra.
Did he commit tax fraud?
Today's commissions. Add Astra.
Every time I come to this desk, Yehoda just bullet trains herself over here. It's mildly impressive, actually.
I understand the situation more or less. Much has happened, I see.
Is Flint a harbinger?
Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over here. It seems my fellow Lightkeepers do not wish to make this case public just yet.
Yeah. Guess Nasha Town's already been enough of a mess lately.
Let's stop here. Any further and the Ratniki might detect us. Since you two can enter, I'll have to request that you kindly pick me up once you're inside.
Oh? And how are we supposed to do that?
You'll know when the time comes. See you later.
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty confident, so guess we've gotta trust him. Hello?
Ah, you're the special assistants for this investigation, right?
Yep, that's us.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done investigating the crime scene. All that's left is to finish writing up some records. Then properly dispose of Sergeant Major Sosi's remains. If there's anything else you'd like to look into, this is your last chance to do so. Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. And while we somehow managed to get news of Flint's, an unexpected accident caused us to miss him. But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came forward to help investigate, I have no doubt that a breakthrough's not far off.
We'll do our part too. Alright, we're going in. See you later.
Paimon did a very good job of playing the part.
Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, once again. But we still know nothing about how Flint is gonna enter, or how we'll pick him up. Never mind how we'll leave later on. Something the matter? Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But
Oh!
where is he exactly? lantern. What now?
He travels by lantern.
Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud. You never said you could do magic like that.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar shape, but so long as it doesn't glow, it won't stand out in the dark. I calculated that you would have already entered, so I chose a spot visible from the window before using light to send you a signal. As I thought, you're both sharp-eyed and on the ball.
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
Your composure is more impressive still. You're right. That required a little trick of my own.
Is Flanders a wild hunt?
But let us leave such trivial topics for a more relaxed moment. Our time is limited after all. Just as I thought. Come, try sensing it yourself. Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the Wild Hunt, then, that took my form and killed the Sergeant Major. But why do this?
To sow chaos by depriving the Lightkeepers of one of their commanders?
If the Wild Hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand against him, let alone the handful of us stationed in Noshatown. He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants. Let's look again more closely. We must leave no stone unturned.
It said that the crime scene investigation is already complete. There should no longer be a need to keep this place exactly as
Well,
is.
that makes things simpler. In that case, allow me to disturb the fallen. May the ghost flame guide your spirit. May you rest in peace.
Because if he was a wild hunt, that would make some sense.
When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly not the meticulous mastermind type. Yet here we are, grappling with this enigma he has left us.
Because I noticed that Flynn's eyes feel dead.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find Nefer. Oh, the longer we're stuck here, the likelier he is to achieve his goal. Oh, this is so frustrating.
But I don't have much evidence beyond his eyes and his ability to warp into his lantern.
You mean this?
Oh, it is
I'm
flashing.
not well versed in machinery, but that means his mechanical arm is malfunctioning, right? It might have been broken in combat.
This is driving me insane, Jade.
No, that's not right. Paimon remembers this signal. We saw it before while repairing the cannon. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means that they're due for regular maintenance, so the device has stopped operating. But the real problem is that... Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but considering it hasn't been long at all since we were repairing that cannon...
The Sosi you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as me.
That's right! If only there was some way to prove it.
You mean Hintsa?
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but it's so late. Guess it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Am I going to find out by the end of this quest?
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves.
Aren't we already uninvited guests, technically speaking? At least you are.
Ah, yes. And one more thing. remember to pick me up by the window.
Every time he does that, I feel like he's some sort of abyssal creature.
Oh, it's you two. And Flint's. Given the hour, I guess it must be an emergency.
It is indeed. Our sincerest apologies for interrupting your rest.
But no, seriously, am I going to figure this out by the end of this quest, or am I going to have to look it up? It's from one of the world quests.
We are investigating a certain matter in connection with Sergeant Major Sosi. We'd like to know if he has sent you a request for maintenance to be performed on his mechanical arm.
Sosi. Oh, so the rumors I heard, are they true? You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated. No further questions from me. Just a moment. I need to check my records.
Thank you for your understanding.
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of regular maintenance. But as it happened, I'd run out of the required components. His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated, having been designed by Aino personally. The parts, too, could only be made by her. As such, they usually take several days to arrive. In fact, this time, he even asked me if we could push his request forward. And I understood, completely. Not being able to use your hand, that's rough for anyone. But even more so if your job involves fighting out in the wild. So I did my best to convince Aino to rush the job. And eventually, the parts arrived. 3 days ago, if I remember correctly. I sent word to the Lightkeepers immediately, but he never showed up. I assumed he was just out on some mission or other. What's with those faces? Everything all right?
You've provided us with some very crucial information, Hintsa. You have our thanks. We can't make everything public yet, but once our investigation is complete, I will return to thank you and provide an explanation on behalf of all the Lightkeepers.
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Hope the investigation goes well.
So he captures Sosi,
It seems
impersonates
that it is
Sosi.
as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Sosi you encountered while repairing the cannon was actually Rerir in disguise.
I think killed Sosi disguised as Flint's.
8 days ago, he had yet to act. But at some point after that, he attacked and imprisoned the Sergeant Major. With the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single blow. And thus Rerir had no opportunity to discover the malfunctioning mechanical arm. Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms. Hence his oversight of the uniquely mechanical traits of the Sergeant Major's arm, and in turn, this flaw in his disguise.
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm is actually made of some kind of black muck on the inside, so long as it worked, right? Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved here, but it mostly makes sense.
This also has me stumped for the moment. The cannon has always been used to destroy the wild
Did we
hunt,
open a hole for
and
him
it
to get
worked
some
as
more
intended.
fragments?
But how would that help Rerir exactly? Assuming he plans to collect the fragments within Wild Hunt anomalies, firing the cannon works against him, since it would blast those fragments to smithereens.
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. Whew. This is getting Paimon kind of down. And sleepy too.
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a break. Seems like there's a lot left to investigate. We'll have to fight Rerir eventually. And we'll do a poor job if we're not well rested.
Jade, are you enjoying my confusion?
Yeah, we should totally get some sleep first.
A reasonable suggestion. I have no doubt that my quarters have been turned inside out by now, at any rate.
Yo. Damn you.
My colleagues have never failed to live up to my expectations of their discourtesy.
Well, guess we'll just have to pick you up as usual.
That would be good, yes. Feel free to put the room costs on my tab.
Phew, back inside. We can finally take a breather. Okay, Paimon. In...
Have I been close with any of my guesses?
I suppose we could all take a moment to unwind. As I recall, our first meeting took place not far from here. Ah, the nostalgia. Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time? I see. Words truly do fail to capture your superlative insight. Fortunate then that abyssal energy was only leaking from the fragment in minuscule amounts when we first met. Or I might have been in for a real interrogation.
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him? Well, as a light keeper, I'd say I'm simply doing my job.
Yeah! You're covered in more mysteries than Paimon could shake a skewer at. You can't just get out of explaining yourself by making lame excuses.
Paimon, why would you shake a skewer at a mystery?
All right. I suppose I do owe you some honesty, whether out of gratitude or the need to build trust. Your deductions have been quite correct. Should one wish to conceal oneself within a lantern, elemental power alone is not enough. You know humans well, and naturally you understand their limits.
Okay, I would get the feeling I'm about to learn this. Hang on. Snooze the ad.
But some things that humans would consider difficult are quite normal in the eyes of non-humans.
So, you mean you're one of the latter?
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya was once the realm of the Fae? This race is no longer of any importance, but they still exist, as evidenced by the fact that I am standing before you.
He's a Fae?
We've heard some scattered legends, but that's all Paimon thought there was to it.
I once turned my heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. I once labored and did much, and put an end to my tale with my own hands.
He's a Fae. Why is that more disappointing than him being a wild hunt or an abyssal mage? I guess because I don't fully understand the gravity of the Fae in Snezhnaya.
When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, you cannot help but feel that swimming in any direction would be equally meaningless. Would it not be better, then, to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters, and could not last against such a disparity in strength. Yet none fled. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive to all light. And the first light I saw upon awakening was that which shone from their eyes.
Is that why you chose to help them?
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. Perhaps I simply saw my past self in them, and was moved to action for the first time in a long, long while.
Okay.
But I was freshly awoken, and my powers were limited. I could not prevent casualties altogether. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the Final Night Cemetery. Well, not exactly. I was just more familiar with them. so joining up seemed the most convenient way to experience human life.
Doesn't sound too believable.
Well, I believe it. Besides, I'm well past the age when one might believe in things that must be done. Nonetheless, there are still
Okay, so he's
some
a Fae.
things I will not allow to happen. The chaos that Rerir has been stirring up is one of them. Tomorrow I shall
How
go
are the
and
Fae
check
the
our
bad
records
guys?
to see if I can find any connection between the wild
I mean,
hunt,
okay,
Rerir,
before
and the canon.
before that question's answered.
Well, you need us to get you where you need to
Before
be.
that question's answered, I get that Fae in most
I'll be fine. I
media
keep a
are
backup copy at my
absolute
residence
dicks,
in case of emergencies.
with certain exceptions. It's very common in D&D. It's common in a lot of media. So I can see why they would be viewed as annoyances. Well, they're annoyances to me, because all it is they're... all the Fae are really are just word game lawyer pieces of crap that are annoying to deal with. But that doesn't necessarily make them bad to me. But I guess in other people's eyes, they would be the bad guys because of the shit they pull.
Can you even go back there right now? Won't there be Rat Nikki watching it?
And I know for a fact certain Fae, like changeling, like how changelings work, are definitely like not good people.
Thanks for the reminder. I believe they'll have checked my place, but they won't have stayed. All things are ranked according to their priority, and we lack the manpower for such an open-ended stakeout. And even if someone is waiting, I have ways around that. I am the master of my own house, after all.
All right, then. We'll trust you. We sure ended up chatting for a while, huh?
Although I will say, having a Fae character is actually pretty cool.
You know, feels like we can breathe easier.
Because what do we got?
Better.
Lauma's what, a dryad or a druid?
I didn't take you for the cautious sort. Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret. I'd prefer others not to know about my past unless strictly necessary. Nor do I want to attract more trouble on account of being a Fae.
Paimon's lips are sealed too.
All right. Thanks again for your help. Good night, you two.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep. There's tons to do tomorrow.
Don't mind me as I casually go over here. I'm going to run the 3-minute ad and do some farming in the process. And I'm farming this dude as opposed to the other ones, because this dude's a lot easier for me with the current teams I have built. I don't have anybody for Hydro yet. I really need to wait before I do that.
Excello defensive mode engaged. Off to the freezer!
Ooh, that almost got a full hurt.
Mine to wield.
Insulation chamber deployed. Preparing for dust.
Fierce on the loose!
Merciless. Into the
But yeah, the crab wants Hydro to be used against it. Which is why I can't really kill it, because I don't have good Hydro characters. Which is why I really wanted to pull for Nilo, but unfortunately... meh. Farina and Fish Priestess are the ones that I need for water. Hydro. I do like this guy's design, by the way.
Mine to wield. Installation chamber.
Come on.
Ultimatum protocol. The pinnacle of excellence. Merciless. Paradigm shift.
Oh my goodness, die. Freak. Oh my goodness. I guess this would arguably be Flynn. So what does this do? When you're right to administer, if the equipping character is on the field, increases crit rate by 15-30% when party's moon sign is nascent. Lunar reaction damage 10% more. So that might be Flynn's, which is actually probably pretty good. So it's probably a good thing I'm getting a lot of these other ones. And there's the next set. No, I want the reward. You give me that darn reward. I need it. I want it. There's those. That was not what I wanted. Okay, Jade, in your expert opinion. So close to level 70. In your expert opinion, Jade, if you're back from the ads, is Lauma a druid or a dryad? I personally am leaning towards druid, but I would like your opinion. Am I there? Arguably, Columbina feels more like... She feels like a priestess to me, but she does give off dryad vibes a little bit to me. And then you've got Flynn's, who's Fae.
So much noise. What's going on this time?
Hey! Where's Flint? Is he here, or isn't he?
We would be most obliged if you would pipe down a little, dear guest. Our other guests are resting.
Resting? We're all about to be done for, and you're talking about rest? Flint is a wild hunt shapeshifter, here to deceive us all! If we don't get rid of him now, there'll be no end to this!
You better give him up. If anything happens, your business here is done for. You want that, huh?
Yes.
Or are you in cahoots with him? You with the wild hunt too, huh?
Why would...
Happened? Did something leak out?
Oh my goodness, why would a human side with the wild hunt unless they're psychotic?
But we were so careful last night. How did anyone see us? What do you mean? This is so confusing. What do we do? These people are no match for Flints, but they're super heated right now.
But that's the... Okay, Paimon brings up a really good point. Why are y'all trying to catch smoke from a freaking wild hunt shapeshifter, as you call it? Can any of you do anything to a wild hunt creature in general?
Okay.
This isn't the 100 men versus 1 gorilla argument here, where you literally can just dogpile it. Magical powers are involved, you will all die.
Hey! Let us in now!
What are you gonna do when you don't find him?
My apologies. My apologies.
Hold on. Calm down, everyone.
What in Tevat is the meaning of this racket? Are you intent on depriving both the Voynich Guild and the Curatorium of Secrets of even a moment's rest? Boss, do we really have to entertain people who don't respect the rules? Call a few of your boys and have them thrown out.
And what hole did you crawl out of?
Brother, do you want to go down that road? I barely know the bitch and I know not to mess with her. Do you want to go down this road?
A watering hole, of course. The one you've just disturbed. A place to get a moment's respite from all the recent unhappiness, and to escape from all this talk of the wild hunt, or strange ghosts and phantoms. Who'd have guessed people like you would come bursting in, shrieking louder than any ghoul?
This is a matter of utmost importance. We've got solid evidence. All we need now is to confront Flint's face to face.
Okay, show us the evidence.
Exactly. And you sure don't look like an impartial party either, Nefer.
Oh, don't I now? How about this then, boss? Let them do their search. If they find their man, they can have their little chat. But if they don't, then they owe everyone here an apology, as well as compensation for all the racket they've caused.
Yeah, hit them in their wallets.
All right. I suppose that's the only way. If we don't let them in now, they'll be back sooner or later. What a mess.
Oh, alright then.
Well, I'd say that sounds like an impartial proposal. What say you? Or are you suddenly unsure of yourselves?
Okay, she's obviously poking the bear here, but this does bring up a very interesting psychological thought that psychological phenomenon that I've noticed in some things. A lot of people, a lot of laymen for the most part, will have this attitude of, I'm going to kick your ass, I'm going to kick your ass, I'm going to kick your ass, when something's going wrong and there's a crowd behind them. But you take that crowd, or you put a little bit of uncertainty to them, or you even give them what they want, and they back off. Because part of it, now obviously this isn't true for everything. I wouldn't say go picking fights with people and watching them do this. But what's interesting about this is that I think what gets people able to keep that mentality up is the don't hold me back, bro effect, where they feel like they have somebody holding them back to not do something stupid, so they can keep acting like they're about to do something stupid. So what Nefer's doing here is allowing them to do something stupid, and I want to see if any of them back down.
Come on, everyone! Move.
Nope, they are stupid. Isn't this our room?
No sign of Flint.
But how can that be? Hasn't he always stayed here?
Done searching, are we? Guess it's time to uphold your end of the bargain, huh?
Oh my goodness, did she just absolutely deck a dude?
So, Paimon, you've been waiting to ask me something, haven't you?
Did Nefer just absolutely deck people?
Yeah, how did they even find us here?
I love her and I want to pull her now.
My inside man with the Lightkeepers informed me that you paid the crime scene a late-night visit. I surmise that you must have rendezvoused with Flints and obtained some new information. Then, early this morning, a group of people gathered at the town gates, news spreading amongst them that the wild hunt could disguise itself by taking on familiar faces. Everyone started throwing out the names of possible suspects. No one seemingly was exempt. And amidst it all, Flints' name started gaining more and more traction. I'm sure his solitary lifestyle may have played a part, but I wouldn't discount Rerir throwing fuel on the fire in secret.
So, did Flint's make his escape after hearing about this? And that's where I, Yehoda, the quick-witted, fleet-footed backbone of the Curatorium, got my chance to shine. While everyone was super focused on the argument in the main hall, I alone noticed an opening.
I got her to climb up to a window to help Flint's out, only for her to return with nothing but a lantern.
Aw, come on, pause. I was just getting started.
Let Yehuda have this.
We initially intended to bring Flint's back to the curatorium and wait those people out, but I never expected this to be all that was left. I imagine, though, that he wouldn't have left something that was so seemingly important to him behind.
Might he intend to come back and get it later? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, he's out of harm's way now, so that's not super important, right?
Oh?
What Paimon means to say is, we got lots of new intel to share.
All right then. Yehuda, contact the others. We're going to need all hands on deck. Let's have this discussion over at my place.
How do I get out of here? That's how I get out of here. Oh, also, I've been doing some of these wild hunt things, like beating the crap out of them. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Here they are. And they've been dropping these. These are artifacts. Like, this is a legitimate artifact set. Like, obviously that's not what these specific things are, but like this set, this is an actual set of artifacts you can get in the game. Do I have one? I should have one somewhere. Even low tier. Oh, I don't have any. I do fuse a lot of my freaking artifacts. But yeah, like they used an artifact set as the image for it, and I can't get past a woman and a child.
I see. So Flint's has a fragment taken from within a wild hunt anomaly.
Is he gonna be okay now that he's on his own again?
Earlier, he said that the fragment had gone still, so it's probably of no use to Rare now.
In that case, Rare shouldn't have any reason to keep pursuing him, right? So, was all that ruckus back at the flagship just an act of spite?
Have we investigated where we were told to fire yet?
If I were him, I would have simply turned my attention to collecting other fragments.
A reasonable course of action. Remember what we heard back at the tavern? The actual number of wild hunt anomalies destroyed has been greater than Lightkeeper records would indicate. Some of these must have been Rare's doing. He must have been seeking more fragments.
This much is pretty easy to understand, but why would he pretend to be Soci and put so much effort into getting the cannon up and running again?
Maybe 'cause that'd be more efficient than having to clear anomalies himself?
Yeah, I'm confident that the ammo we're packing has the oomph to do that. But I am a mechanic after all. For me, test data and their conclusions speak loudest. Oh, why don't we find a few of those fragments ourselves and use Kuvaki to carry out a little experiment?
Our lab could certainly accommodate such a test.
In other words, we gotta destroy a couple of anomalies and collect fragments from them.
Is that what I've been gathering?
Lightkeeper operations have just about ceased following the Sergeant Major's passing. Meanwhile, the wild hunt continues to grow in scale by the day. I fear only we can keep the situation under control now.
Then we best act fast. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
Me too, Paimon, me too.
A feeling we all share, I'm afraid.
There are 3 wild hunt sites that must be dealt with urgently. but I believe we have the capacity to handle it.
Works for me. Ineffa and I will take our workshop assistants to deal with one
I
of
might have
the
already done this.
The curatorium will handle another.
And we Frostmoon Scions shall deal with the remaining one.
Paimon didn't think she'd ever get to see everyone here carrying out a plan together like this.
Never mind you. This is a first for me, too.
Let's head out then. We'll meet back up at my lab with the fragments.
Understood.
Time is of the essence now. Our foe could make his next move at any moment, so we must stay in contact with one another.
Gotcha. Stay safe, everyone.
Huh.
And the lantern's gone.
Anyone seen the lantern? Has Flint's dropped by already?
Well, considering what you said earlier, you know where we're going next, right?
Yeah, I already did it. Oh no! Oh my goodness. Okay, Jade. Serious question. Serious question. So, I've already done this. By accident, because I was exploring. Like, I now realize what these are. They are the fragments of what you're supposed to get. Did you do this before you completed the story, or did you not? If you didn't complete the story, could you tell me if the people helped you in the fight or not? I also have not... I have actively... I did it all before. So, same as me. I'm curious to see if they actually do help you in the fight, because on all three of those... Oh, you did the story first. Is that what you're saying? So, since you did the story first, did those three factions help you in fighting? Because when I did it, I had Lightkeepers helping me. They would pop in, help me, do a lot of damage, and then disappear after I was done.
Oh, no one's guarding this place just like he said. But, oh, where do we find the information he mentioned?
No, that's something else. Well then... I'm confused.
This way. Let's move. We're running out of time.
Ah! There you are! Okay, let's split up and make this happen. Or not! How are we supposed to read through this many files?
I feel like I'm missing something now. Wasn't I supposed to be going out and getting these fragments?
Difficult, yes, but it is also our most efficient option. To expose the true intentions of this Rereer, we need to dive into Notcry's history.
Like, why are we now in a library underground? I'm very lost as to why things have changed the way they have.
Ghost! That file suddenly moved by itself. This is a graveyard, right, Flint? Do these things just gotta happen?
Many strange things happen here, but this is not one of them. Wild Hunt Phenomenologue? Hmm.
Hey! Another file's moving!
Are we being given hints? I feel no hostility. On the contrary, it seems we're being
Paimon's
aided
shadow is
somehow.
not helping the scenario right now.
Really? Huh. Hey! Seriously, another one? Huh. Okay then. Paimon will read this one.
Do we have time for this?
Phew! Finally finished. Oh, Paimon sure could use a long break from long words now. Hope she can remember it all.
The material I've read through has all been about past Wild Hunt incidents of enormous scale. What about you?
Paimon as well. Guess that makes 3 of us.
Whatever this is, it seems to want us to notice something. Let's bring our files together and give them another look through.
All right. Paimon will go fetch hers. All these incidents look pretty different.
Wait. I've noticed something. Before the occurrence of these huge Wild Hunt events, a smaller scale one would erupt in the exact same location. And look. All these smaller scale Wild Hunt site reports share a common outcome.
They'd be detected, but would go inactive before any forces could be sent to deal with them. They could then be sealed directly using a tide seal stone. Huh? But why?
Some of these records are too old. I doubt he had regained the ability to act freely yet, or we would have met long ago.
Ah! And here's another similarity. Kuvaki and nearby soil completely drained. Could this be important somehow?
I'm intrigued.
Kuvaki and the Wild Hunt are mutually opposed forces. We Lightkeepers previously believed that these small Wild Hunt sites would temporarily go inactive due to being neutralized by the Kuvaki present in the soil. But now that we've synthesized all this data, there is a key issue this hypothesis cannot explain.
If the Wild Hunt power had already been neutralized, why would another larger-scale Wild Hunt occur soon after?
Indeed. Despite the name, I would not call a Tide Seal Stone's sealing powers watertight exactly. But for it to fail and the situation to deteriorate in such short order...
Paimon feels like she's almost got it.
The Wild Hunt was not suppressed by Kavaki, instead it became stronger. And Rarer wants to use Io's cannon, the ammo of which is also made using Kavaki.
Yes.
Oh, he's fed by Kuvaki. Fantastic!
It could be that when Kuvaki and Abyssal energies meet, the stronger side will suppress the weaker one. And while Kuvaki can indeed destroy small-scale Wild Hunt anomalies, should Rerir be strong enough, the Kuvaki might be his for the taking instead.
Paimon kinda gets where we're going with this.
The Abyss always seeks to corrupt. That is what... This is just like the abyssal threat the ancient dragons faced.
What are you referring to?
We had a real close encounter with the Abyss in Netland. It's a force that tries to taint everything. It's hard to explain in detail, but basically, your reasoning makes sense.
So Rarer grew stronger on account of the cannon being fired.
Was there a gap between him pretending to be Sergeant Major Sosi and the cannon being fired?
There was. Aino needed to make some adjustments after we finished those repairs. Rerir, disguised as Sosi, left at that point, leaving him more than enough time to shapeshift into you, return to the Lightkeeper's office and set up the crime scene, before heading over to the cannon's target area and absorbing the Kuvaki.
It all makes sense. And all that just for the fragment I had with me. It begs the question, what makes it so special that he needs it so badly?
I'm getting more lost.
That's odd. We shouldn't have any guests. I'll go take a look.
It's a bird. Fragment.
Ah, it's an ibis.
It's carrying a letter! Oh, Lala must have sent it. She can speak to little animals. Huh. Let's see here.
Also, answer my question, Jade. Is she a dryad or a druid? Lauma.
Situation urgent. The cannon began operating shortly after we left Nasha Town and is preparing to fire. It is locked on to Star Sand Shoal. Please return to Nasha Town and assist with all haste. Lauma.
That's gotta be Rare's doing. But why is he using the cannon again? Didn't he already fire it once before?
No time for speculation. He's already made his preparations. If you recall, his body was incomplete when we last met. If this bombardment continues to increase his strength...
Would you say Columbina is more similar to a dryad then? A water dryad?
Huh, what should we do? There's no way we're getting back to Nasha Town in time.
Let's go to the cannon's target site. That's where we should find Rarir. And that's where we'll stop him. One moment. Just let me get this news to Lauma. Nasha Town is in their hands now.
Okay.
Go! Fly! Not a moment to lose!
Because we've got Flint, who's a fae, Lauma, who's a druid, which both of these kind of fit the Celtic Gaelic vibe.
You're here, as expected.
Humans, you never change. Always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control.
This area is mostly based on Finnish lore. Yeah, I know, it's just so fun to, like, draw the connections.
But it is also thanks to you that I found a way to return.
Okay, but this man is dripped out. Where is his other arm?
You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not gonna go your way.
Such faith in your companions. But will the inhabitants of Nasha Town understand why they wish to stop the cannon? I think not. When all they see is the wild hunt surging up everywhere they look, the cannon must seem like their only lifeline.
And fight.
This is the truth I have revealed to them. They did this all of their own volition.
I hate that mentality.
The zealous worship of power leads only to annihilation of equally zealous proportions. True power does not heed the commands of the weak.
You were waiting for us to leave Nasha Town then.
Of course. I imagine the one you call Aina would have managed to stop the cannon otherwise. Shame, then, that you proved one step too slow. In their folly, the townspeople will bar the path of all who seek to stop the cannon. And your kind-hearted, weak companions have not the stomach to deal with them. The cannon will not be stopped now.
Buddy, slight problem with that mentality. I'm pretty sure a Nepha can fly.
Well, sir, you look most pleased with yourself. In that case, before you put us out of our misery, I would like to ask you a question, if I may.
Oh no, Nefer would absolutely kill everybody.
See this fragment? It once haunted your dreams. But now it seems useless to you. What is it exactly?
That is my corpse.
Oh, fantastic.
Sorry, what?
My body was once torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself. But even so, my life and will were not extinguished. Every last fragment calls to me. Sooner or later, they shall welcome my return.
So, what, his arm is now in the lantern?
What are you even saying?
Huh. So the terror of the Wild Hunt was in fact caused by scattered pieces of your corpse. I guess they don't call you one of the 5 sinners for nothing.
Serendipity guided the fragments to construct an incomplete version of myself. Upon which
Sound design's really good for this guy's voice, by the way.
Wild Hunt sites across the land. But each time, the fragments I obtained were hardly worth mentioning, while that which you hold in your hand was my heart.
So that's why it responded so strongly to you.
Only by retrieving this most critical piece could I gain mastery over the turbulent Kuvaki energies and be fully reborn.
Shouldn't the cannon have fired by now?
Hence, you fired that first shot, hoping to regain enough power to seize the fragment from me.
Are you completely crazy? Weren't you afraid of dying?
He's already dead.
Dying?
I like the effects of the smoke or whatever it is coming up from the ground is like hands. That's a really neat effect.
Always I rebuild it. It may smash my flesh and crush my bones.
You have bones?
Thousands of times and more. But that is of no consequence to me. What truly infuriates me, however, is how you've destroyed my heart. All that suffering, everything I endured, and all for nothing. I've adapted to the strength and flow of this Kuvaki. The next cannon shot will multiply my strength immeasurably. It will not be a full restoration, no. But it will be more than enough to destroy any in this world who stand in my way.
I once again ask, shouldn't the cannon have fired by now?
Still, I suspect the Kuvaki will have rendered you down to nutrients for my consumption well before you have the time to kneel before me.
Traveler, behind you! Look at that light! Dang it! Who fired up the cannon without my say-so?
Its defensive barrier has also been activated, likely in anticipation of interference by malicious actors.
The air is thick with fear and anxiety. It's spooking the birds and beasts. What exactly is going on?
You're here. Looks like this was all part of Rarir's plan. Not only did he plant seeds of suspicion in people's hearts, seems he's now igniting them. Yehoda's gone in to scout out the situation. She'll be back any minute.
I'm back! I'm back! Oh, it's bad out there. Rumors flying everywhere you turn. Something about the Wild Hunt preparing to spawn a wave of monsters.
Why is the town on fire?
Which we've never seen before. But that's not even the worst of it. Lots of folks don't even believe the cannon can prevent this crisis. So they're getting ready to make a run for it. Others are trying to make a quick buck out of this whole mess.
How could they still be thinking about Mora when such a catastrophe is imminent?
Because they're stupid.
Unprecedented danger brings unprecedented opportunities in its wake. A chaotic situation can bury much wrongdoing. Even those who flee without reserve put themselves at the mercy of the divine. Is it any wonder, then, that some will aim to profit? After all, a gamble that might rewrite one's entire life is hard to come by.
Even so.
Well, seeing as you disapprove of their actions so strongly, Lady Moonchanter, I suggest that you be the one to handle them. Not like that's the only major problem on our plate right now.
Affirmative. We must quell the chaos in Nasha Town as soon as possible. Also, the unexpected activation of the cannon entails a high risk of incorrect operation. This must be stopped in a timely manner.
Well, about that, people have been talking about how someone might come to stop the cannon. They've decided they won't let anyone in.
What? I made that thing! They can't just take it from me! Let me over there. What are they gonna do? Stop me?
I think Aino's the only one they could stop. Everybody else would literally kick their ass.
They might, if Rerir has already formulated some countermeasure. For example, he might have spread a rumor that the Wild Hunt would take your form.
Possibility, high. If they view the cannon as Nasha Town's only hope, they are likely to conclude that anyone who tries to stop it must be with the Wild Hunt. We will face strong resistance, but they're just ordinary people. Brute force must be avoided, if possible.
There's no time. Let's go into the town. I'll find some way to calm the townspeople. You find a way to stop the cannon. Oh, you're back. And you have a letter? The Traveler won't make it back in time. So they're heading straight over to Star Sand Shoal instead.
Wait, what? Isn't that the cannon's target? Why would he go there?
Assessing risk level. Maximum.
So if we can't prevent the cannon from being fired...
Then he's prepared for the worst.
And we must ensure that his trust in us is not misplaced. Let's go.